شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Hajj Memoirs, a daily show journeying through the stories, reflections, and inspirations of the sacred pilgrimage, Hajj. So over the next 10 days, join me as we delve into the heart of Hajj, exploring the experiences, lessons, and memories that shape the lives of pilgrims, both from local Hujjaj and from Hujjaj in the Holy Lands. From the moments of joy and wonder to the challenges and the triumphs of Hajj, we'll share it all. Get ready to be inspired, motivated, and transformed as we uncover the beauty and essence of Hajj, one memoir at a time. Today, we're joined by a special couple who have just arrived in Medina, mashallah, this week, ready to embark on their Hajj journey. Our guest is a couple from Johannesburg and their mom from Cape Town. And they will be sharing their experiences, insights, and wisdom gained from a lifetime of faith to this one day, embarking on this journey of a lifetime. Despite their short 2-week stay, they're eager to make the most of this blessed opportunity. So let's hear their story and be inspired by their devotion and resilience. Assalamu alaikum to our couple. Firstly, Abdul and Shiham. Assalamu alaikum to you guys.
Wa alaikum salam.
Shukran so much for joining us. I know it's quite an exhausting, quick trip for you. And I believe you finally got to greet the Prophet ﷺ last night, so that must have been awe-inspiring. But I want to start from the beginning. You know, all Hujjaj have gone through an accreditation process. Please share your and Shiham's accreditation story, Abdul.
Yes, sure, Kawa. That was Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and my salams to everybody back home. I think our accreditation process started when I checked my wife again, November 2015. So we put our names down and we left it in Allah's hands. And then we didn't hear anything for many years. And then we decided to go for Umrah last year. We finished in January with Umrah. And then, funny enough, after Umrah, we also didn't know anything about Hajj immediately or anything for the whole year. And then it was only in the beginning of this year that we heard that our names were accepted, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
And then we started to make plans. Yeah.
MashaAllah. And just that news, tell us about that. When you heard the news, what was your feelings like? Because I mean, you just saying Alhamdulillah, I'm sure there was much more emotions involved when you heard the news.
Yeah, I think it's waiting for 9 years, almost 10 years.
Sure.
It's a while, but our patience was being tested, and alhamdulillah, it's part of the process. I think you start getting that, developing your patience, etc., when you are planning for Hajj, and you have to leave it in Allah's hands. And alhamdulillah, it comes through like that. And in fact, what happened also when we went for Umrah, after Umrah, I actually remember changing some of my codes. I won't give you exactly where those codes are going, but I changed some of my codes and I put Hajj in the code, not even thinking that we'll be getting accepted for Hajj this year.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
And this shows how it works, how when you leave things to Allah, how doors get opened up for you.
I think it's the
It's
minute.
a very exciting moment.
Yeah. I think the minute you let go and you say, you know, it's up to Allah, alhamdulillah, then the blessings arrive. I believe you had a very interesting departure. You left first, starting from Joburg, went to Cape Town, greeted your family in Cape Town, and then traveled with your mom back to Johannesburg and left from your home in Joburg again. Tell us about that experience and the differences of the two cities, if there were any.
Okay, I'm going to do the Joburg part because, I'm in Joburg, or Shyam and I in Joburg.
Okay.
So I did the Joburg part with some of my family members and friends from our neighborhood. And alhamdulillah, it was very nice to get everyone's du'as and to get on the way. And then, of course, Shyam took over in Cape Town. So Shyam will give some input on that.
I know, Shyam, you fondly talk about the community in Cape Town often when we talk. Tell us about that experience, and I'm sure the viewers would like to hear as well.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It was important for me to say my salams and spend time with my family in Cape Town and friends, before this most important journey. But I must say the traditions and the ways we do things in Cape Town are very different from my Joburg experience as well. For example, in Cape Town, we do the greetings, we go to each house, greet each family member. My mom went around with a printout of when, the departure dates, when we're sitting at home, and then people come to greet us. And so, when we were, how can I say, sitting at home, that was so memorable because my cousin, she organized a group, a dhikr group. She surprised us with a dhikr group. They embraced us. Our Maulana came to make the final to us on the day we departed. And even at the, at the airport, all my family members, they accompanied us and made, chika there at the airport as well. So I love our Cape Town culture, traditions, and that's why it was important for me to, spend time with my family on this.
Alhamdulillah.
Can I just add the zikr group that my wife Shia talks about is they were singing so well. I actually sent a message that said, "Is that the Cape Malay choir that's there?" It was alhamdulillah sounding so nice. I couldn't believe it.
No, mashallah, the people in Cape Town, the dhikr groups, they've been trained very well by our forefathers and our generation, alhamdulillah. We hope that, that's still kept in some way. So now coming back to Medina, talk to us a little bit about your travels, Abdul, arriving in Jeddah, arriving in Medina. How has your stay been thus far?
No, alhamdulillah, it's been a very pleasant journey so far, very long and tiring, but we never really felt it. I didn't hear any complaints from my mum-in-law, Sauda, or my wife, Shiam. It was just such a pleasant journey all the way through until we arrived finally after about maybe, I think, 26 hours. It took us from Johannesburg to get here with the stopovers in Dubai, etc. Long journey, but as I said, we never felt it at all. Only when we got into the hotel finally on Tuesday evening, we did have a nice rest, alhamdulillah. So it was a nice journey getting to Medina.
Alhamdulillah. Talk to us about, recently you all went on Umrah, mashallah, you've mentioned in January. Talk to us about your plans for the next 2 weeks with your Umrah experience in mind. And do you have any expectations from this Hajj journey?
Yes, this was one of the reasons why we booked for the 3-week trip with the group package, Capital One group,
okay.
Because it suited us. Because we did our Umrah last year, we didn't really need. So this package was only allowed for those who have been on Umrah before, okay. Because of the ziyarats. We're not going to be doing most of the other ziyarats and going to, like we went to Palestine, not Palestine, to Jerusalem the last time. To all 3 masjids, but this time we're going to be in Medina and Mecca and then off to Hajj. So our whole sole purpose this time was to focus on getting our Hajj 100% done with the sole intention of performing Hajj and not doing anything else besides that. Very little shopping, listening, involved, etc. Just focusing on Hajj, inshallah.
And now from you, Auntie Sauda, the mommy on the trip, assalamu alaikum to you. Just quickly, if I can get how you're feeling, how has your experience been thus far? You have been on the Umrah trip, so you know probably what to expect with regards to the travel. Tell us how are you doing and how your experience has been thus far with the travels.
Alhamdulillah, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. I'm so blessed to be here, Alhamdulillah, that Allah grant us this opportunity to be here on the Mubarak land of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And Alhamdulillah, I'm with my daughter and my son-in-law, and they are so helpful with everything. And we just want to make us strong to go to Arafat, and we must still go to Makkah for Umrah, inshallah. But Alhamdulillah, everything is so beautiful and wonderful. I can't thank Allah enough for everything. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah, you look well, Auntie Sauda, and MashaAllah, to both Abdul and Shiham for looking after him. Allah continue them being able to do that. As a mom in her 60s, tell me, is there anything that you had to prepare, especially Auntie Sauda, for this trip of Hajj? And I'm sure, you know, if you are on medication, any medical requirements, any special creams that you took with, preparations for the walk, special shoes, any special preparations that you made on your side?
Yes, we did so, but because we knew what to expect because of the Umrah.
Okay.
But I got everything under control, everything like shoes, everything. I know what to do. They have the nice suit and everything. So everything is so comfortable for me now.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. So Abdul, from your side, I mean, waiting 9 years, I just want to get back to that. Oh, I've been told we need to quickly go pay the bills. When we get back, inshallah, we'll continue our conversation with this lovely couple who is in Medina. We're so lucky to get Hujjaj still in Medina. Most of them have moved on to Makkah now, inshallah. So after the short break, we'll connect again with our couple and their mom in Medina. Stay with us on Hajj Memoirs.
الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. As we here in studio and we are joined by a special couple in Medina, alhamdulillah, the blessed city, the holy city, the tranquil and serene city of Medina to Munawwara, ready to embark on their Hajj journey. Our guest Abdul Rahim Wajeth, wife Shiham, and mother Sauda Vollenhoven from Cape Town. This couple is with their mom, and I must say it's quite an experience to take you know, somebody so close to you. They're sharing their insight, experiences and wisdom gained throughout life to be here today on this journey of a lifetime. Let's continue to hear their story of inspiration and devotion. So Abdul, waiting for 9 years you know, on the list for you, for yourself and Shiham, it must have been quite an experience. And like you said early on, you left it to, you know, the will of Allah. And once you just let that go, how have you as a couple, how have you supported each other in your spiritual growth and development over the years, just to inspire the viewers to you know, to this very moment?
I think we continuously made dua to Allah that, look, you know, we put our full faith in Allah's hands, and continue to our salah, etc. All that we have to do as Muslims. We completely think in Allah's hands, and once you do that, you relinquish the control, things will happen, inshallah, for everybody. We feel that is how things will work. We just let things, once, you know, you get all the pressure off yourself, you let life continue doing what you have to do as a Muslim, and Allah finds ways for things to happen. And it's not only is for Hajj, maybe for lots of other things in the world that you aspire to become and to do in life. Hajj is also one of those aspects, the most important one, which also comes right in the same way as you ask Allah to help you in your life for anything that you want. And I think that goes for Shiham as well, though.
You have to tawakkul to Allah. Please put your trust in your mind.
Great advice. So another question on that. I know you are yet to experience the journey of a lifetime. You did Umrah not too long ago. What advice would you give to the younger generation who are thinking of embarking on their own Hajj journeys, whether it start at home or even the accreditation process? What advice do you have to give them?
I think from my advice point of view is that, yes, firstly is, as I said earlier, make the dua, make the intention very strong, and relinquish the control, leave it in Allah's hands. And after that, start with the financial aspect, because you need to get your finances in order. Start doing everything that you need to do to get the preparations sorted out. It may take a few years. It may take, you know, if you leave it in Allah's hands, Allah will decide how long it's going to take it to happen. So you must be ready. When the call comes, you have to be ready to accept it and move ahead.
Yeah.
So I think, I think spiritually, carry on doing your salah, etc., and get your mind right and, tune in for something great that's going to happen in your life. And physically, I also encourage Shiam to go and do walks and keep fit, because we knew we were going to do a bit of walking, and we must get ready physically as well, so that our bodies are strong enough to enjoy the journey, inshallah.
Can I also say something?
Yes,
that,
please, Shiam, please.
When I always ask, even in my young friends, I mean, they're in the 20s, early 30s, have you registered? Register and make your niyyah. And, if possible, you must incorporate Hajj in your daily, in your monthly, budget as well.
Okay.
Have a little kitty for Hajj. But just register and do that. I mean, yeah.
I think the idea of telling people, just put your name on the list. You might not, even if you're not ready,
Yes.
the perception that, oh no, I need to be ready to put my name on the list because of the long waiting period. Look, you said 9 years. I mean, some people think, oh no, I want to have kids, or I want to plan to travel, I want to build further. And like you said, the long wait, you don't know how long your wait is. So shukran for that advice, Shiam. I mean, even if you're not thinking, put away that 10 rand, that 100 rand. Any mense, Auntie Sauda, back in the day, hulle het die geld onder die matras gesit. Just to save.
It's true, yes, Allah.
Alhamdulillah. Abdul Rahim, tell us, how do you plan? Your stay is short. How do you plan to make the most of your time? You said focus on Hajj, focus on Hajj. There's no ziyaras, there's no shopping. And I know even when you're on Umrah or Hajj, your life is eat, sleep, pray, connect with maybe some of the Hujjaj. Is that something that you're thinking of doing? And how are you going to try and make the most of your time in Medina and Makkah? You're probably going to leave Medina soon, inshallah.
So one of the most important things that I decided to do is I must finish the whole Quran while I'm here. I already started from yesterday. Fortunately, we are right next to Masjid al-Nabawi, so it's very easy for us to go. And that is actually the best place to be when you're in Medina, actually all the time, because when you walk around, you hear about the weather being so hot, like 45 to 50 degrees.
Yeah.
And as soon as you enter Masjid al-Nabawi, the weather just becomes, alhamdulillah, so nice, like maybe 20 degrees, somewhere so comfortable. And as long as you're inside the masjid, you can enjoy all your time there for the longest time you can spend, and continuously making tilawat of Quran. And that is my intention, to start here and finish in Mecca, inshallah, before Hajj.
Ameen. I have
Can I say something?
Yes, sure, Shiam, please go ahead. Go ahead.
With the 45, when we got here in the evening, Tuesday evening, it's like it was like an oven. Then I said to Allah, make it easy for us and all the Hujjaj.
Yeah.
And with a woman, it's so crowded that you don't get to enter the masjid, and so you sit outside without air conditioning. And alhamdulillah, I was just saying to my mom, we get used to the 45 degrees, 50 degrees. You get used to it. Allah make things easy for us. But a person does get used to the heat as well.
Yeah, then inshallah, Arafah will be then bearable, because anything can happen. The fans break, the aircons break, then you're actually in that heat for the whole day, hey? You have to prepare. I remember being on Hajj, and there was this gentleman who actually used to sit out in the sun outside of his bait, and when we were in Azizia, Abdul, just to get the feel of the heat. He used to make his body get so hot, and that was like high temperatures from Dhuhr time for at least an hour or two. And he said it actually helped him quite a bit. I don't know who else did it, but it was an interesting trial that he did. So I think like a similar example that Shiam has made now, to say that, trying to get used to it. But any special arrangements you have made for yourself during your days of Hajj? I know it's quite a ritual in Cape Town to have this bookie where everybody writes their du'as, and the Hujjaj would take it out on the day of Arafah, or when they're sitting in front of the Kaaba or in front of the Prophet ﷺ. Any special arrangements made during your days of Hajj for both you and Abdul and Shiam?
Yes, on my side, I use OneNote. I got all the names written down for my friends and cousins and everybody, but the names are there. And I'll be, continuously referring to the names as we go along. And so as your duas get answered in South Africa, please remember where it's coming from, inshallah.
Inshallah.
But I think I'm just going back to the weather, Gouwah. I just remembered something else also that you said about getting heat treatment. And I remember that earlier on after breakfast, I went to look for the gym in this hotel and to see if they got a sauna, a steam room. And the sauna wasn't working, but the steam room was working. So I booked a section there to try out the similar thing here, to get used to high heat so you can handle the heat outside. But it's really, we went to Mauritius about 3-4 months ago. And both Shyam and myself, we couldn't walk outside. It was too hot for us. We just couldn't understand it. And it wasn't as hot as it is here. And yet here we walk into, and I was just telling Shyam, look, we handled this heat with no problem. So it's amazing how your spiritual being takes over when you come to the Holy Land.
Alhamdulillah. And for you, Shyam, any special arrangements you are making? And also for your mom, Auntie Sauda, please do share with us for your days of Hajj.
Well, for my family and friends, and all the names are in the books because when you go to the Haram or maybe on Arafat, I think the person it's normal to get overwhelmed. So I usually write each person's name, each friend's name individually, and they do us special to us that they want. But now for this time, especially for our brothers and sisters in Palestine and all our Muslims. But for me personally, I write down each person's name and with our Umrah, alhamdulillah, so many of the friends and families, to us got wishes got granted. And that's how powerful dua is in this holy land. I can't thank Allah enough.
Alhamdulillah.
Awesome.
So then please continue making dua. Sorry, we have to wrap up, Shyam. We unfortunately our time is up, but please continue making dua. And I also quickly want to ask you if there's any messages to your family and friends that you want to quickly express in this 30 seconds you have left.
I will let my wife go first on that one.
Okay, Shyam, go for it.
Shukran so much for this opportunity, and I just want to thank my family in Cape Town and Johannesburg, and my friends in Johannesburg, and our neighbors also in Johannesburg for making this maybe a very memorable occasion before we leave for Hajj. Just want to say shukran. I don't know how to thank them, but other than that, I can only make dua for them. Shukran so much.
Please do. And from you, Abdul, quickly.
I share the same sentiments as my wife.
Okay.
To all our friends and family, to my son Shiraz and his family, to my daughter Nadia and her family, and of course my mom in Durban. I'm making dua for all the time. She's 87 years old now, and alhamdulillah, she's still doing well on her own in Durban. She insists on being on her own. We tried so many times together, but she wants to always go back to Durban. So, praying for you too, inshallah, everything goes well. And the rest of the family.
All the best to you, Abdul Rahim, Shyam, and Auntie Sauda. We really appreciate your time. Keep us in your du'as, and we will also keep you in ours for your safekeeping and on the days of Hajj, inshallah. We hope maybe to connect with you later on during your journey, inshallah, if you have the time. But all the best. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much, Jazakallah Khair, to our couple, Shyam, Abdul, and their mom, Auntie Sauda, for sharing their beautiful story and insights with us today. Their love, dedication, and faith are an inspiration to all of us. May Allah grant all of them a safe and healthy spiritual, enriching Hajj experience, and may their journey be filled with joy, peace, and barakah. Until our next show, stay blessed. Assalamu alaikum, and join us for our next Hajj Memoirs. Goodbye for now.
لك والملك لا شريك لك